What's going on, guys? Here, my name is Buzz, and today we're going to be going over 10 games that were copied in Roblox. Now, this list is pretty freaking obvious. Everyone kind of already knows like what's going to be on this list. I would like to see how these games like Phantom Forces and Pokemon and everything like that relate to the actual games themselves. This is not a list meant to bash any of these games. Most likely I'm going to have pretty positive reviews of all these games. And it's pretty stinking cool to see how Roblox is able to create these simulations of already games that are out and people can enjoy them without having to pay the money. So props off to you Roblox creators for creating these copies, and this is generally supposed to be a positive video. Comment down below your favorite Roblox copy, whether you love Brick Bronze or you love Phantom Forces. I'd like to hear what you guys like that's based off a real life game. So let's go ahead and get started and enjoy. So to go ahead and start off our list, guys, we're going to go with probably one of the most obvious ones. It's Pokemon Brick Bronze, and this is a version of Pokemon whatever you want to call it. It has all the different Pokemon games in it. It's pretty cool in my opinion how you're actually able to play the actual Pokemon in Brick Bronze. I'd give this one probably the best simulation just for the fact of how well developed this game is. As you can see by this little box probably right here, somewhere over around here, that little area kind of dedicated some space to that. But it shows that it's actually a really well developed game, and for Roblox you can actually play it and have a lot of good times with it. I think it's so awesome that you can play games like Pokemon in Roblox. I mean, this is a totally different Pokemon game that you're able to experience in Roblox because the developers were so good at making a game. You literally don't even have to like download it much. You could just put it on your computer and there you go, just type it in, press the game. You could be a guest and play Pokemon in Roblox. If I'm not mistaken, from the last time I played, it's been a while, you can choose pretty much any starter Pokemon you wanted. And I think they go up to the 3rd gym. They might actually be even further from now, past this date and even later. I know there's going to be guys that are like, obviously they're on the 20th gym, Buzz. You really need to get your facts straight. And it's like 2022 and they're looking at this video for some reason. Freaking weirdos. But overall, I say this is probably the best simulation, or at least in the top 3. For our second one, we're going to go with Skyblock, and I think they call it Skyblock 2 in this one. And Skyblock is basically just like Skywars from Minecraft. Oh my god, here we go again with the Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a lot like Minecraft. It's almost identical, and they did that because they can do a little bit more within Roblox than they can do within Minecraft. Minecraft has a lot of different kind of stipulations that they can't necessarily do as much. So I'd actually like this Skyblock better than Minecraft's like Skyblock or Skywars. Just for the fact that developers have way more like options to do. There's a lot. It's a lot smoother to me. It's a lot smoother feel. Don't get me wrong though, the Minecraft version when we used to play that, I hated it because I sucked so bad at it. Note, I'm currently referring to when I played Skywars, but I'm actually showing some Skyblock footage. But overall, it's still an amazing concept, and why not bring games like this to Roblox that are already some of the best concepts to Roblox? That's kind of what's so good about Roblox, is it takes the best concepts of every single game and kind of trinkles it on into its own game. So the best aspects of FPSs, the best aspects of Minecraft mini games, the best aspects of real life games, they're all in Roblox and you can play them and have fun with it. For our third one, it's going to be Assassin. And Assassin, I'm not putting Murder Mystery 2 because it was a little bit kind of closer to the area of when actually I think it was like Murder or something in Gary's mod. Gary's mod had an exactly version of this. It started off with like Trouble in Terrorist Town, and then there was like Murder Hunt or something like that for Gary's mod, and a lot of people played that game for a long time. I played the heck out of Trouble in Terrorist Town when it was extremely popular. When all the big YouTubers were playing it, I was playing it too because I thought it was so much fun. We used to have some serious game nights going and playing that, and being able to play it actually on Roblox is pretty cool. It allows for people who might not be able to purchase all these different games or play games that are necessarily rated M for mature. They can play these games on Roblox a little bit more of a kid-friendly and cheaper version. And both Assassin and Murder Mystery 2 are extremely well developed, and they're really good games. So when you play them, you're just having fun. I wouldn't associate both Assassin and Murder Mystery 2 together, but they have a lot of the same concepts. I wouldn't say One's better than another, and they shouldn't even be compared. But overall, there's a lot of Gary's mod games. This is the whole point. A lot of Gary's mod games are replicated in Roblox or vice versa. For our fourth one, this is actually one that I don't really agree with, and I had to put it on here because people would say so, but Phantom Forces, and everyone's gonna say Phantom Forces is Counter-Strike, Phantom Forces is Call of Duty. Everyone says, oh, that's Call of Duty's ripoff for Roblox. I would actually put it more on the lines of a Battlefield kind of like Domination style. If you ever play Domination in Battlefield, it's smaller maps and you can spawn on people. You don't have like those kill streaks. I've played quite a bit of Phantom Forces and I haven't seen a kill streak, so I'm not sure if that's true or not. But it has a lot of the same tactics because you don't have those kill streaks and these weird perks for all intents and purposes. I'm talking about you, Call of Duty, with your 87 different perks from 4 different games. The recoil is a lot different, and if you ever played Battlefield Domination, I feel personally that Phantom Forces is more equipped towards that. Now that's a very standard version, so I don't really like to compare, say that Phantom Forces is a copy of Battlefield because it doesn't really have all of the same aspects. It doesn't have those huge maps all the time. It has some decently sized maps, and it's kind of different. But overall, if I had to compare a game, it would be Battlefield. And obviously, Phantom Forces is a great game because everyone plays it, but no one likes to admit it. For our fifth one, we're going to go with Hide and Seek. And Hide and Seek is just like Hide and Seek right there outside. Oh my god, it's outside! I can't go out there! I can't go out there! So it brings back some pretty terrible memories whenever you used to play hide and seek. I know whatever happened to me, I was always the small guy, so when I'd get in this little niche over here and I couldn't get out, and I'd be like, hey guys, a little help over here? Where'd y'all go? Guys? I was the kid that always took hide and seek way too far and went way too hard just for the fact that I was so stubborn-minded that I wanted to win, and I'd stay there for like 10 minutes and end up, I'd walk out, I'd be like, so I won? And by that time, all the other kids on the street were like eating lunch, and I had to go back inside and eat lunch. I didn't even get any glory for winning. Then there's also hide and seek in Gary's mod, which is kind of what the game is really based about. You can play that and it's almost a spitting image. I wouldn't say it's like completely the same, but overall that's kind of like the general concept that I feel was sort of mimicked, not mimicked, sort of copied, and they did it very well. Like I said, hide and seek is just as good of a game. I wouldn't say it's as good as like Brick Bond, Skyblocks, Phantom Forces, and you know, all those kind of games, and like Murder Mystery, as well developed. I would say they're just as good games. You know, that's all totally opinionated. But if you're into like quality of game, this game is still up there. Respect. For our sixth one, it's going to be Apocalypse Rising, and this is one of the few games where I almost feel like it's better, or if not very close to on par with its like originator. And the originator would probably be DayZ or some sort of Arma game. It's a zombie game, Apocalypse Rising. It's zombies and like, you know, open world vastness. So that's where I get the DayZ reference from. And DayZ was a very buggy game right from the get-go, and it still is. Some has some bugs to it, and people are working it out. There's really been no perfect open world zombie exploring game. Just for the fact that it's extremely hard to be able to get that many players on a server and make sure all of the zombies are just working right. So when you see an Apocalypse Rising that's actually pretty good, now don't get me wrong, there are some bugs and glitches here and there, but a game that does have a lot of really cool aspects and shows the DayZ side of it into Roblox, you don't really see that often. And even I think there's another like blockish style game, if I'm correct, that's kind of like DayZ, but like Block World or Cube World, maybe something like that. This Apocalypse Rising, I could play for a very long time, just for the fact that I used to play DayZ quite a bit and I enjoyed it, but I always wanted like a solution that wasn't $30 for a game like that, and Apocalypse Rising is that kind of game. For our 7th one, it's extremely obvious. This one, Counterblocks Roblox, something like that. Counterblocks Roblox, something like that. It's Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike Global, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO, CS Source, whatever one you want to play. It's a lot like that, and they obviously were going for that when they made it, and they did a very good job because I think it's the number 2 FPS, right behind Phantom Forces. Wouldn't say it's nearly like on par with Phantom Forces. Phantom Forces always has like thousands of players, and Counterblocks can have thousands of players, but it usually doesn't have the as big a player base. But usually the player base is a little more dedicated than that of Phantom Forces. You get kind of like a common group of guys in Phantom Forces, while you can create like clans and stuff in Counterblocks, and you can do it in both. But overall, I'm gonna praise the game because I think it's a fine job they did. After that, we're gonna go with any DBZ simulator. You got Dragon Ball Super out right now, Dragon Ball Z. Everyone always has Dragon Ball Z is a cult everywhere. No matter what game, what platform, there's going to be a cult of DBZ fans that invade that game. Whether it's Roblox, Minecraft, Call of Duty, everywhere. You're going to see at least one DBZ reference in every single game you probably play that's multiplayer related. You got like 5 different variants of DBZ games, and they're all pretty cool. Like, I mean, when I'm going Super Saiyan, gosh dang it, I have fun. And you know, Kamehamehas, the fighting games, you're actually like dodging and blocking, and they have good movement patterns just like the Dragon Ball Z games. Now, it's nowhere near as complex as some of the DBZ games that I used to play, but it is still, if you're looking for a very bare bones DBZ game, Roblox actually has some pretty good versions of it. For our 9th one, this is the worst one on the list, and you guys already know the game I hate most. It's going to be Grand Blocks Auto. Nothing like Grand Theft Auto. You just literally drive around and that's it. Drive around, buy a new car, drive around, buy a new car, drive around, get a house. Don't go on missions, don't do this, don't have fun. Just overall, they took the concept, they said, hey, this is going to be Grand Theft Auto, and it's as far as it goes. I've played that game many times, lost many different amazing cars because I just got so mad at it. I would not recommend this one, but if you want to go with like drive your car simulator, yeah, if you're into that, play some Grand Blocks Auto. This is so much fun. God, I love driving a car down streets. For our last one, it's going to be Every Tycoon is a ripoff of Sims 3. If you ever notice, like Sims 3 is just kind of, you know, you create your own world, your own tycoon, even like Roller Coaster Tycoon, things like that, Zoo Tycoon. All these other tycoons like Donald Trump Tycoon, Superhero Tycoon, direct copies of Sims and the Tycoon series games. And it's pretty sickening to see, like, death to all tycoons that copy the original tycoons. And I'm just kidding, guys. They took the idea of these tycoons, you know, your what is it, Roller Coaster Tycoon. We used to play that when we were like 5 or 6 years old. Me and one of my best friends, Dorako Jew, we used to play that all the time and have such good fun creating these insane roller coasters that used to make everyone throw up in the park. So by playing a lot of these games, it's kind of cool to see, and they took the idea and really expanded it. I'd love to see a tycoon that can go as far as like the first roller coaster tycoons. I'm sure they could do it now, like Roblox 2017 versus like Roller Coaster Tycoon 1997 or something like that. If you could go, I'm pretty sure they can do it, and that would be pretty awesome to see if someone was able to make something that big. And if they do, if they have something out there, please comment down below, because I'd love to relive some childhood memories. So like I said, I'm joking, nothing, they're not all like related to Sims 3 or Roller Coaster Tycoon. This is the one where they took the tycoon concept and just expanded it in such a way that's overall pretty freaking awesome. Maybe someone can refine it and make a truly amazing tycoon that's like extremely playable, that you can play for a long period of time would be pretty awesome. Just a suggestion. If they have it, like I said, comment. Alright guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Like I said, guys, this is not meant to totally like bash Roblox, not at all. It's supposed to kind of compare how these copies relate to the real games, and overall I felt like I was very positive with all the reviews. I really only wanted to pick games that I truly enjoyed playing, or just the one that I really didn't. that I had to put on the list. But if you seriously, you should try out each game, both games, like the real version and the fake, not the fake, the real version and the Roblox version, and kind of compare it. I love doing that, playing, you know, like Dragon Ball Z games and then playing DBZ Roblox style. It's really cool to see, and it's a lot of fun, and it wastes a lot of time. So like I said, comment down below your favorite Roblox copy that has a real life in-game. Otherwise from that, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time. Later. Bam!